Hello everybody, thank you so much for clicking on this video. This is Chris from Cinema Trailer News, and this will be my review for Top Gun Maverick. I'm so excited to talk about this movie. But first, a quick synopsis of the movie. Top Gun Maverick picks up over 30 years after the events of the first Top Gun and is directed by Oblivion's Joseph Kosinski and written by Eric Cruiser, Eric Warren Singer, and Tom Cruise right-hand man lately in terms of script and directing movies, Christopher McQuarrie. Maverick is a test pilot when we catch up with him, who's working on a special project for the Navy, still defining orders, still taking chances, still pushing the boundaries of his command. When that project is shut down and he's about to be grounded for the rest of his career, an old friend reaches out and gets him assigned back to Top Gun. He stays with training a bunch of young Top Gun pilots for a possible suicide mission attacking a uranium enrichment plant in an unnamed enemy country. So that's a quick synopsis of the movie without giving any spoilers away. So when they first announced that we're making a sequel to Top Gun, I was a bit nervous because I love the first Top Gun movie, and I think a lot of people do, and it's a classic. Now, I'll say that how would you justify doing a sequel so many years after the first movie came out? And when they started casting and bringing the director and the writers and the crew all together, and of course Tom Cruise was coming back, so I started to get really hopeful for this movie, because I know that Tom Cruise he's very passionate and very dedicated to his projects, and he, especially not only as an actor, but he's also a producer in this movie. So he bringing these all people together and making this movie, it really was something that it was wonderful after seeing this movie. I think he did a fantastic job. Everyone here is fantastic in this movie. So let's start with the first act and the third act. Now the first act and the third act of Top Gun Maverick are incredible. The first act is heavy with nostalgia, and that feels. And the opening credit sequences are amazing. I can't believe they can create this feeling of the first movie. It was just an incredible experience. And movies like that, the third act, an amazing knuckle roller coaster ride of adrenaline, and it's also a military trailers. Don't get better than this. I mean, this was incredible. Now, I'll say that this movie is in many ways better than the first Top Gun movies. There are things that I think that the first Top Gun did better than this movie, especially when it comes to Maverick love interest and his relationship. So let's start with that. Now, in terms of, I'll say that the second act of the movie is have a lot of more focus on of Maverick love interest with Jennifer Connelly's character and their relationship. Well, I understand why they included it in there, because it's just like a traditional thing to do with these action films. I did sometimes feel like it was just slowing the film down quite a bit, and almost like if you just remove this entire subplot, the movie will still run as smoothly and effectively as ever. But I won't say that it's just a bearing distraction, because it's not that ruins the movie. It's not. It's just that sometimes that stops you from seeing more of the fresh action sequences and the aviation flights that were keeping you on the edge of your seat. And also that overall, I love the movie. I think it's one of the best movie of this year so far. Now, let's talk about script. Now, Christopher Maguire is involved in here, and he's been a writer, producer, and director on the recently Mission Impossible films, Rogue Nation and Follow. He really elevates the franchise to a whole new level. And I'll say that amazing third act, that was Christopher Maguire. I mean, that was incredible in this movie. You know when you see it. Now, and this movie comes out now in Memorial Day weekend, and it's a super patriotic, and I think that it's a perfect Memorial Day weekend release. And I'll say that avoid spoilers, because Top Gun Maverick has a lot of great surprises, even at the beginning of the movie. But also, it's just fun to learn the details of the main mission with the characters, and also they are all explained very well. Now, I recommend watching this movie on a premium screen, IMAX or Dolby, because the aviation sequences with the fire jets is something very cinematic, and something that it feels very fresh from other sequences and other movies. It feels so they are done very well, and the score, the music, everything, it's all done very. It really elevates the movie. Everything comes together so very well. So watching this movie on IMAX or in Dolby, it will be you're going to have an amazing experience. Now, classic blockbuster. This is a fantastic reproduction of a certain type of Hollywood of a movie that Hollywood made in the 1980s and 90s. This kind of a high globes automated film, and it's really fun to see it revisited here, and complete with a lot of music from the original film, including Danger Zone. Oh, it's so great, they brought it back. Now, the third act, Terrorize. Now, it's not just jarring, it still fits with the rest of the movie, but it goes all modern military thriller here. And also that inside, you can say it makes it feel like Tom Clancy meets Jason Bourne, and I love it with the most amazing fighter pilot cinematic storytelling here. That's incredible that you ever seen. Now, incredible aerial tricks, just amazing, and but they have like this computer that helps you watch and understand what's happening, and it was so well done. Now, let's move on to the cast. The cast is stellar here. I mean, Tom Cruise is on the top of his game. He's fantastic here. Now, Miles Teller continues to be a fantastic and very likable actor on screen, and he's fantastic, and he easily holds his own opposite a movie star. And I'm like, Miles Teller, you shall be back in more movies. He's great. And if you've seen Miles Tyler's movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He's really charismatic. I love his personality here. As far as for the rest of the film, it's very well cast. I mean, you have Ed Harris, John Hamm, Charles Parnell, Bashir Salahuddin, all done a fantastic job representing tough and yet lovable naval leaders. And they were great, all of them. Now, other standouts are Glenn Powell, doing a very good Tom Cruise impression. I mean, the whole movie focuses on Miles Tyler's playing good sons, and that's not spoiled. That's basically the whole setup of this movie. But if you told me that Powell was supposed to be Cruise's son, I believe you, because he looks that much like him and he acts that much like him. Now, and Lewis Pullman, I was like, is that Bill Pullman's son? And he is. He's hilarious. He's a scene stealing left and right as a nerd who can go toe to toe with the Jaws. Now, I like him a lot. And all the other actors look fantastic. Danny Ramirez from Falcon and the Winter Soldier is even in this movie. But I mean, you have to know that going in because to really spot him, because they are mostly back in the background, even when they are key parts of the mission. And the Lady Gaga sound, I mean, it was great. I mean, I'm a big Lady Gaga fan, so I do love some Lady Gaga, and I think that the sound really, it was great for the movie here. Now, Top Gun Maverick is up there with Mission Impossible. The movie is one hell of a Hollywood blockbuster. And you know what people say, they just don't make it like that anymore. They do. But this is a really cool because they also improve upon and brought some modern elements, especially with that third act. It was just great. I mean, this is a fantastic movie. It's the definition of a summer Hollywood blockbuster. And I mean, you're going to have an amazing experience watching this movie. And you don't have necessarily to watch the first Top Gun movie to understand this one. Very important. I think this movie stands of its own by itself. And I love the movie so much. So that's my review for Top Gun Maverick. Hit the like button. Please consider subscribe to the channel. Share this video with your friends. And like always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.